Alright, let's do this. Playing some Dragon Age Origin.
The Chantry teaches us that it is the hubris of men which brought the Darkspawn into our world. The mages had sought to usurp heaven, but instead, they destroyed it. They were cast out, twisted and cursed by their own corruption. They returned as monsters, the first of the Darkspawn. They became a blight upon the lands, unstoppable and relentless. The Dwarven kingdoms were the first to fall, and from the deep roads, the Darkspawn drove at us again and again, until finally we neared annihilation. The Grey Wardens came. Men and women from every race, warriors and mages, barbarians and kings. The Grey Wardens sacrificed everything to stem the tide of darkness and prevail. It has been 4 centuries since that victory, and we have kept our vigil. We have watched and waited for the Darkspawn to return. But those who once called us heroes have forgotten. We are few now, and our warnings have been ignored for too long. have seen with my own eyes what lies on the horizon. Maker, help us all.
Alright, time to cut some character. That cut screen's always badass. Which death battle you're watching?
Greetings.
Oh, I just watched that one. There's an echo. My TV volume's aren't on. I'm making a human noble. Yeah, the elf origin actually will have a lot of connection to Meryl. You're one of your companions in Dragon Age 2. Yeah, the intro was always really good. One of my favorite parts in the game is just seeing the first intro. You want a mohawk on him? Yeah, I don't think there's any mohawks.
I have lost concentration.
I think he's looking good. See if I remember this. I'm gonna put everything in cunning. And click. Yeah, these options. This will help you with certain options to persuade people. And we're going with a weapon and a shield.
For generations, your family, the Kuzlans, has stewarded the lands of Highever, earning the loyalty of your people with justice and temperance. When your country was occupied by the Orlesian Empire, your father and grandfather served the embattled kings of your land. Today, your elder brother takes up House Kuzlan's banner in service to the crown, not against the men of Orlais, but against the bestial Darkspawn rising in the south.
I trust then that your troops will be here shortly.
I expect they will start arriving tonight, and we can march tomorrow. I apologize for the delay, my lord. This is entirely my fault.
No. The appearance of the Darkspawn in the south has us all scrambling, doesn't it? I only received the call from the king a few days ago myself. I'll send my eldest off with my men. You and I will ride tomorrow just like the old days.
True, though we both had less grey in our hair then, and we fought Orlesians, not monsters.
At least the smell will be the same. I'm sorry, Pop, I didn't see you there. Hal, you remember my son?
I see he's grown into a fine young man. Pleased to see you again, lad.
Alright, Wood Pig. Is your family
Oh
here?
no, I
Let's
left them
go
in
back.
Amaranthine, well away from the fighting in the south. They do send their best wishes. My daughter Delilah asked after you. Perhaps I should bring...
To what end?
Ah, to what end, he says, and so glib. The boy's a whip like his father.
See what I contend with, Hal? You can't tell my fierce boy anything these days, Maker bless his heart.
Temperament to match his fighting skill. Well done, your lordship.
At any rate, Pop, I summoned you for a reason. While your brother and I are both away, I'm leaving you in charge of the castle. I'm certain you'd more than prove yourself, but I am not willing to deal with your mother if you join the war. She'd kill me if I let you go. She's already twisted into knots about Fergus and me going. Now, that's what I'd like to hear. Only a token force is remaining here, and you must keep peace in the region. You know what they say about mice when the cat is away, yes? There's also someone you must meet. Please, show Duncan in.
It is an honor to be a guest within your hall, Tyrn Kuzland.
Your lordship, you didn't mention that a Grey Warden would be present.
Duncan arrived just recently, unannounced. Is there a problem?
Of course not. But a guest of this stature demands certain protocol. I am at a disadvantage.
We rarely have the pleasure of seeing one in person, that's true. Pup, Brother Aldous taught you who the Grey Wardens are, I
Oh,
hope.
the famous Grey Wardens.
They are the heroes of legend,
warriors.
who ended the Blight and saved us all. Duncan is looking for recruits before joining us and his fellow Wardens in the south. I believe he's got his eye on Sir Gilmore.
If I might be so bold, I would suggest that your son is also an excellent candidate.
Honor though that might be, this is one of my
Another
sons
reason
we're
I
talking
picked the
about.
shield is you can get a good starter shield in the beginning of his story. I have no interest in becoming a Grey Warden.
Well, Duncan, he is not interested. So unless you intend to invoke the right of conscription,
Have no fear. While we need as many good recruits as we can find, I've no intention of forcing the issue.
Pup, can you ensure that Duncan's requests are seen to while I'm gone? In the meantime,
course.
find Fergus and tell him to lead the troops to Ostagar ahead of me. Upstairs
Where
in
is
his chambers,
Fergus?
no doubt, spending some last moments with his wife and my grandson. Be a good lad and do as I've asked. We'll talk soon.
I'm sorry, but I believe your father
Duncan
wishes
here.
to talk to the Arl and myself alone. Very well. I doubt your father would mind a slight delay.
Are there really darkspawn in the
Indeed.
south?
We spotted a horde assembling in the Korkari Wilds not 3 weeks ago. Luckily, King Kaelan took us at our word and marshaled Ferelden's forces quickly. The first battles have already been fought. Your father and I must move quickly.
How many darkspawn are there?
Thousands. Surface.
Good shield bash.
Well, I understand the first battles have gone easily.
Indeed. Are the Grey Wardens sure this is a blight, and not simply some large darkspawn raid?
No archdemon has been sighted yet, my lord. But with my entire soul, I believe this is a blight.
I wish we shared your faith. I suppose we shall see for ourselves once we arrive at the King's camp.
Of course. You're young, skilled, and eager for battle. Or so I heard. The Grey Wardens do not recruit simply anybody, and I intend no flattery when I say you show promise. The old treaties allow me to conscript you even against your father's wishes, but I will not do so. Our order is too small to risk animosity with Ferelden's nobility.
I'm glad I am to hear it.
It's tempting, your lordship, but I'm content to see what other candidates your castle offers. I have only found a couple of worthy candidates in my travels across Ferelden. Your father invited me here, suggesting this Sir Gilmore. If he is not suitable, I will head south and join up with the king.
You know
Not
the
well.
king.
King Kaelan is an eager young man who has shown great wisdom in responding to the Darkspawn threat.
I've heard he is a bit enraptured with the Grey Warden legend, and that is why he caters to your order.
How? That is unworthy of you.
He only repeats what we've all heard. Whatever the king's reasons, I'll take his support. The priority is defeating the Darkspawn before they threaten all of Ferelden. Until we speak again.
Yes?
Or how?
We fought together under King Marek when he drove the Orlesians out of Ferelden. Heady times. The years since have not held the same promise. It's not something a youth would understand. It will be good to ride beside your father again.
You know King Merrick.
Your father hasn't spoken of our time with him? That man took care of his friends. As they say, he was large as life and twice as tall. It's too bad Kalen isn't half that.
You don't think much of King Kalen.
I think of him as much as he thinks at all.
That's enough, Hal. You speak of our king.
Oh, the boy did ask, your lordship. As per the latitude you allow. I merely offered my opinion.
Your daughter is interested
The
in me?
topic has come up from time to time. The young and their infatuations.
I got the impression Delia didn't like me.
I'm sure that was years ago. People change. To be honest, I have no expectations. And your father seems determined to let you find your own way. If something did happen, well, we'd address it as befits a family of our stature.
We'll
I'm sure
see.
there will be much to discuss once I return.
I trust a delay with your men is nothing
Poor
serious.
weather, I believe. Their progress has been slow, but it's nothing you need worry about.
You told my father delay was
In
your
a manner
fault.
of speaking, if I had reinforced our border levies earlier, my troops could have left before the rains. I confess, my confidence in your father allowed me some complacency. I guess that makes it as much his fault.
I want to wish you well, Arl Hal.
I thank you. That is quite unnecessary.
That's the face of a schemer if I ever saw one. Alright, let's run around here. Let's go this way. Codexes. More codex. Let's see.
Maker, prepare a place for us. Redeem our world from sin. Forgive our transgressions.
Maker, forgive us all.
Have you come to pray for your brother and father? I'd be happy to ask for the Maker's blessings with you.
I would appreciate
Please,
that.
child, call me Malol. I've known you since you were a wee babe after all. Creator of the sky, the land, and the sea. Hear your people in our time of need.
Make her watch over
Let
us.
no man have cause to fear the shadows. Let their souls be lifted upon your return. So let it be.
Make her forgive
There
us
now.
all.
I'll be keeping a vigil tonight. You're welcome to come. There are many more who must receive the Maker's blessings before they leave. If you would excuse me. It is the least I could do. If the worst comes to pass, child, take comfort in knowing that the Maker's will takes many forms. We shall talk once the soldiers
You don't
have
believe in
departed.
the Maker?
Good evening, my lord. Oh, my lord, we were just, well,
Playing cards.
Well, the treasury's safe. I'm not even sure why the Terran stationed us here.
Don't worry about it, Min. I won't say
We
anything.
appreciate that, my lord. Thank you.
There you are. Your mother told me the Terran had summoned you, so I didn't want to interrupt. I fear
Why are
your
you
hound
looking
has the
for me?
kitchens in uproar once again, and is threatening to leave.
Did the dog get into the
No
larder
matter how the
again?
maids try to keep him out, he always finds a way in. You know these Mabari hounds. They listen only to their master. Anyone else risks having an arm bitten off. That would be wise, before Nan tears down the walls. You're quite lucky to have your own Mabari warhound, you know. Smart enough not to talk, my father used to say. Of course, that means he's easily bored. Nan swears he confounds her just to amuse himself. At any rate, your mother would have me accompany you until the matter is settled, shall we? Just follow the yelling. When Nan's unhappy, she makes sure everyone knows it.
Get that bloody mutt out of the larder.
But, mistress, it won't let us near.
If I can't get into that larder, I'll skin both of you useless elves, I swear it.
Calm down, good woman. We've come to help.
You and you. Your bloody mongrel keeps getting into my larder. That beast should be put down. A blight wolf is what he is. How am I supposed to work like this?
Oh, dear. Mistress, calm down, please.
That's it. I'll quit. Inform the turner. I'll go and cook at some nice estate in the Banorn.
Nan, please. We'll get the dog. Calm down.
Just get him gone. I've enough to worry about with a castle full of hungry soldiers. You two, stop standing there like idiots. Get out of the way.
Oh, look at that mess. How did he even get in here? It does seem like he's trying to tell you something. Wait, do you hear that?
It has begun. It shall be done.
Got one! Quickly, we must fight!
It shall be done.
Serves you right!
It shall be done. I shall do it. Very well. As you say, it shall be done.
Giant rats? It's like the start of every bad adventure tale my grandfather used to tell. Your hound must have chased them in through their holes. Looks like he wasn't raiding the larder after all. I've seen larger. They come up from the Kokari wilds sometimes. But seeing as you've got your Mabari well in hand, I'll be on my way. I'm to prepare for the arrival of more of the Isle's men.
There he is, as brazen as you please, licking his chops after helping himself to the roast, no doubt.
What? Rats? Not the large grey ones.
They'll rip you to shreds, they will!
See, now you've gone and scared the servants. I expect those filthy things are dead. Oh, I bet that dog led those rats into there to begin with. Oh, don't even start with the sad eyes. I'm immune to your so-called charms. Here then, take these pork bits and don't say that Nan never gives you anything. Bloody dog. Thank you, my lord. Now we can get to work. That's right, you two. Quit standing about.
And my dear Bryce bought this back from Orlais last year. The Marquis who gave it to him was drunk, I understand, and mistook Bryce for the king. Ah, here is my younger son. I take it by the presence of that troublesome hound of yours that the situation in the kitchen is handled?
That will be the mother. Interesting. I think the same voice actress voicing your mother there is the same voice actress for Hawk's mom. There were giant rats
marvelous.
in the larder.
Just the thing for my guests to hear right before dinner. Darling, you remember Lady Landra, Ban Lawrence's wife?
I think we last met at your mother's spring salon.
Weren't you drunk?
I'm so proud of my pup's mastery of tact and diplomacy.
Well, it was a lovely salon, from what little I remember.
Which wouldn't be much, considering we had to pour you into the carriage afterwards.
You remember my son, Dyron. I believe you two sparred in the last tourney.
And you beat me handily, as I recall. It's good to see you again, my lord.
Have you played Dragon Age 2?
And this is my lady-in-waiting, Iona. Do say something, dear.
It is a great honor, my lord. I have heard many wonderful things about you.
Don't look now, Eleanor. But I believe the girl has a crush on your lad.
Lady Landra!
Hush, Landra. You'll turn the poor thing scarlet.
Perhaps we should speak alone sometime.
As it pleases you, my lord.
I think perhaps I shall rest now, my dear. Dyron, I will see you and Iona at supper.
Perhaps we'll retire to the study for now.
Good evening,
Yeah,
Your
she's
Lordship.
actually one of the main casts in Dragon Age 2.
You should say goodbye to Fergus while you have the chance.
Did you know there was a Grey
Yes, your
Warden
father
here?
mentioned that. You haven't got it into your head that you want to be recruited.
Yes, I was planning on streaming a Dragon Age or Dragon Dogma as well, eventually.
Keep it that way.
Definitely not.
You've enough to do here at the castle without chasing Darkspawn.
Do you know where Fargus
If he's
might
not
be?
out with his men, probably upstairs with Oriana.
I have a bad feeling
As
about
do
all
I.
this.
Your father and brother are marching off to fight Maker knows what. All the assurances in the world don't comfort me. But it wouldn't help for us to take up arms and follow. Fergus and your father have their duty, and we have ours.
You think I should stream Witcher 3? Are you staying at the
castle? For a few
castle?
days. Then I'll travel with Lady Landra to her estate and keep her company for a time. Your father thinks my presence here might undermine your authority. Good.
As you
I was
wish.
worried you might be nervous about running the castle alone. I needn't have been concerned. I love you, my darling boy. You know that, don't you?
I love you too.
Go do what you must, then. I will see you soon.
That is a wonderful dog. He seems very noble and intelligent. Greetings once again, my lord.
It's time to flirt with every lady as possible. You're very
my lord
pretty.
is very kind. Thank you.
Haven't seen many elven ladies in waiting. Let's go this.
Aren't we doing just
So
that? What else did you have in mind?
Here we go. Right. Later on in my room.
I think I might like that. If I come to your door once everyone is asleep, would that be agreeable, my lord?
Please call me
Until
Shadow.
tonight, then.
Yeah, I can stream Witcher 3. I have both the expansions for it as well.
Is there really going to be a war, Papa? Will you bring me back a sword?
That sword, Oren, and I'll get you the mightiest one I can find, I promise. I'll be back before you know it.
I wish victory was indeed so certain. My heart is disquiet.
Don't frighten the boy, love. I speak the truth. And here's my little brother to see me off. Now dry your eyes, love, and wish me well.
No darkspawn could harm Fargus.
He is as mortal as anyone, despite his refusal to believe.
Now, love, no need to be grim.
I wish
you could come. It'll be tiring killing all those darkspawn myself.
Surely your father would not place both his heirs in danger?
Mother and father have been fighting about it for days. It's too bad. I could have used you at my side.
You'll be
If
missed,
it's any
brother.
consolation, I'm sure I'll freeze in the southern rain and be completely jealous of you up here, warm and safe.
I am positively thrilled that you will be so miserable, husband.
Then the
Bring a
Owl's men
message
are
from
delayed.
father.
You'd think his men were all walking backwards. Well, I'd better get underway. So many darkspawn to behead, so little time. Off we go then. I'll see you soon, my love.
I would hope, dear boy, that you plan to wait for us before taking your leave.
Be well, my son. I will pray for your safety every day you are gone.
Good shield be more
Make
useful.
us sustain and preserve us all. Watch over our sons, husbands and fathers, and bring them safely back to us.
And bring us some ale and wenches while you're at it. For the men, of course.
Fergus, you would say this in front of your mother?
What's a wedge? Is that what you pull on to get the bucket out of the well?
A wench is a woman that pours the ale in a tavern, Orin. Or a woman who drinks a lot of ale.
Bryce, maker's breath. I swear it's like living with a pack of small boys.
I'll miss you, Mother dear. You'll take care of her, brother, won't you?
You can count on me.
How thrilling to know I'm so well taken care of.
Enough, enough. Pup, you'll want to get an early night. You've much to do tomorrow.
Mama says you're going to be watching over us while Papa is gone. Is that true, Uncle?
Yes, that's true.
What
Orin.
if the castle is attacked? Will there be dragons?
Dragons are terrible creatures, Orin. They eat people.
Yeah, I want to see one.
This is your influence, Fergus.
What? I didn't say anything.
Are you going to teach me to use a sword, Uncle? Then I can fight evil too. Take that, dire bunny. Oh, Darkspawn, fear my sword of truthiness.
Maybe ask
I'm
your
thinking
mother.
no.
I never get to do anything.
Don't worry, son. You'll
I
get to
don't
see
know
a
if that's
sword up
a
close
curse
real
or
soon.
not.
I promise.
You do say it quite a few times throughout the story.
Getting sent to bed early, are we?
I don't mind. I have someone waiting for me.
What? You sly dog.
Fergus, really?
It's the elven lass that arrived with Lady Landra, isn't it? Don't you tell me it isn't. At any rate, I'll miss you. Take care of everyone, and be here when I get back.
Let's grab this codex here. Politics of Ferelden. Alright. Time to go to bed, I guess. That does not sound good.
Your hound is making so much noise. He seems so angry.
Perhaps something is
I
wrong.
thought I heard yelling when I woke up, but now I hear nothing. I'm gonna see if someone's in the hall.
Man, they just killed her. What the fuck?
I shall do. It's begun. Very well.
Now they die.
As you said. Shall we die? Conquering this. It is begun. Shall we die? Very well. As you said. I shall do.
That's not going to work.
Darling, I heard fighting outside and I feared the worst. Are you hurt? What? The elven girl? But why? Her scream woke me up. There were men in the hall, so I barred the door. Did you see their shields? Those are Hal's
Wasn't loud
men.
screams, more
Why
like
would they
an
attack
earthly
us?
noise. I don't know, Mother, but we need to get out
Have you seen your
of here.
father? He never came to bed.
Maybe he stayed up with our
We
Hal.
must find him.
We should check on our Rana and Orin
And
as
trust
well.
his mercy. What if the soldiers went into your brother's room first?
But first, we loot everyone. Leveling up, you gain out strength, and I leveled up with strength. A shield block.
We must not exhaust our supplies. It shall be done. It must be done. As you say.
Oh, I gotta loot them and their bodies just dissolve into skeletons real quick.
No! My little Oren! What manner of fiend slaughters innocents?
Why would they do
I was not even
this?
taking hostages. He means to kill all of us. Oh, poor fuckers. Let's go. I don't want to see this. Oh, dear Landra. I'm so sorry. If she hadn't come to me, if she hadn't been here.
Locked chests.
Perhaps we can salvage some things here, darling. Some of your father's belongings are in that trunk. Can you hear the fighting? Hal's men must be everywhere.
How
the servants'
can we get out of the
passage leads
castle?
out from the larder. But we must find your father first. The front gates. That's where your father must be.
Is there nothing else
I
we
have
can
my
do?
treasury key. We could go there first and take the Kuslan sword from the vault. If anything is worth fighting to keep out of Hal's hands, it's that sword. But it may be a dangerous path.
Then let's go to the
Hal's men are
treasury.
inside. They must already control the castle. We must use the servants entering the larder to escape. Do you hear me?
We don't know
Then let's
if
find
that's
out
true.
for ourselves. But if Hal's trap has snapped shut, escaping may not be easy.
The castle has fallen! I'm getting out of here!
Don't be a coward, stand and
Yes,
fight.
my lord! Here they come!
I shall see. It is begun. Very well. As you say. Very well.
To battle over here! We fight for our home! This is for my Oren! And I shall do the same to Hal when I see him.
I shall do it.
Surprise, bitch.
It is begun. It shall be done. I shall do it. Very well. As you say. Very well. I shall do. You'll pay for this.
I'll run you through!
It shall be done. It is begun. Very well. I shall do it. As you
Baker, guide my hand. Looting everything.
Baldus. You will be avenged, old sage. I swear it.
It is begun. I shall do it. Very well. It is begun.
Out of my way!
Very well. I shall do it.
Together we shall leave this place.
Not until we go to the treasury.
It is over.
We're getting close to the treasury. The Kuzlan family blade lies inside. Use that key I gave you. That blade cannot fall into Hal's hands.
The task is finished.
Some loot here. And a family sword. It's not bad for a beginning weapon. Shield of high ever. I need 20 in strength to use it, so I'll use the Kuzlan guard shield. Switch to scale armor. There we go.
It is begun. It shall be done. As you say. Very well.
Blast you!
It shall be done.
Blast you! We must gain the advantage!
Enemies approaching. I shall do it. Very well. It shall be done. It is begun. I shall do it. Very well. Late for this.
Beware.
I shall do it.
Oh, blast you!
It's begun. Very well.
And you're dead. Y'all came to the wrong castle, fool.
More enemies ahead.
You want to go hit the mage.
Get off! Their wills. It is begun. As you say.
Go! Man the gates! Keep those bastards out as long as you can! Your ladyship, my lord, you're both alive. I was certain Hal's men had gotten through.
How that treachery bastard.
When I realized what was happening, it was all I could do to shut the gates. But they won't keep Hal's men out long. If you've another way out of the castle, use it quickly.
Where is the
I've no
Great
idea.
Warden?
You don't think he's involved in this, do you?
Perhaps he was sent to kill Bryce? Oh dear. Have you seen him?
When I last saw the Turn, he'd been badly wounded. I urged him not to go, but he was determined to find you. He went towards the kitchen. I believe he thought to find you at the servants' exit in the larder.
Bless you, Sir Gilmore. Make her watch over you.
Make her watch over us all.
Very well. I shall do it. As you say.
How about you?
Very well.
Guy has a dramatic death by just
Make her
screaming.
help us all! We're gonna die!
say? Come on! I shall do that. Shall be done. Anything you say.
Looks like a chessboard.
Very well. Now we do fast. Full blast you! Full blast you! Shall we done? It's begun. Full blast you! I shall do it. Sleep with it.
There, you both are. I was
Bryce!
wondering when you would get here.
Maker's blood, what's happening? You're bleeding.
Hal's men found me first. Almost did me in right there.
Why is Hal
You
doing
can't
this?
get away with this. The king will...
Bryce, we must get you out of here.
I won't survive the standing, I think.
Then we'll stay and defend
Once
you.
Hal's men break through the gate, they will find us. We must go.
Someone must reach Burgess. Tell him what has happened.
And take vengeance.
Yes. Vengeance.
Bryce, no. The servant's passage is right here. We can flee together, find you healing magic.
The castle is surrounded. I cannot make it.
I'm afraid the turn is correct. Hal's men have not yet discovered this exit, but they surround the castle. Getting past will be difficult.
You are Duncan, then? The Grey Warden?
Yes, your ladyship. The turn and I tried to reach you sooner.
My youngest son helped me get here. Maker be praised.
I am not surprised.
I'm surprised you haven't already
I did
left.
not wish to leave your father alone.
Whatever is to be done now, it must be quick. They are coming.
Duncan, you are under no obligation to me, but I beg you, take my wife and son to safety.
I will, your lordship, but I fear I must ask for something in return.
Anything.
What is happening here pales in comparison to the evil now loose in this world. I came to your castle seeking a recruit. The Darkspawn threat demands that I leave with one.
I understand.
What about Sir Gilmore?
Truthfully, you were always my first choice. I will take the Tyrna and your son to Ostagar to tell Fergus and the king what happened. Then, your son joins the Grey Wardens.
So long as justice comes to Hal. I agree.
Then I offer you a place within the Grey Wardens. Fight with us.
My duty is to take vengeance on Earl Hal.
We will inform the king, and he will punish Hal. I'm sorry, but a Grey Warden's duties take precedence even over vengeance.
Hal thinks he'll use the chaos to advance himself. Make him wrong, bub. See that justice is done. Our family always does our duty first. The Darkspawn must be defeated. You must go. For your own sake and for Ferelden's.
I will, Father.
We must leave quickly, then.
Bryce, are you sure?
Our son will not die of Hal's treachery. He will live and make his mark on the world.
Darling, go with Duncan. You have a better chance to escape without me.
Eleanor.
Hush, Bryce. I'll kill every bastard that comes through that door to buy them time. But I won't abandon you.
Mother, are you sure you want to do this?
My place is with your father. At his side to death and beyond.
I'm just so sorry it's come to this, my love.
We had a good life and did all we could. It's up to our children now.
Then go, pup. Warn your brother. You know that we love you both. You do us proud.
They've broken through the gates. We must go now.
Goodbye, darling.
We will be traveling south through the hinterlands to the ruin of Ostagar, on the edges of the Korcari Wilds. The Tevinter Imperium built Ostagar long ago to prevent the Wilders from invading the northern lowlands. It's fitting we make our stand here, even if we face a different foe within that forest. The King's forces have clashed with the Darkspawn several times, but here is where the bulk of the Horde will show itself. There are only a few Grey Wardens within Ferelden at the moment, but all of us are here. This blight must be stopped, here and now. If it spreads to the north, Ferelden will fall.
Ho there, Duncan.
King Cailan. I didn't expect a
royal welcome? I was beginning to worry you'd miss all the fun.
Not if I could help it, Your Majesty.
Then I'll have the mighty Duncan at my side in battle after all. Glorious. The other wardens told me you'd found a promising recruit. I take it this is he?
Allow me to introduce you, Your Majesty.
No need, Duncan. You are Bryce's youngest, are you not? I don't think we've ever actually met.
Yes, Your Majesty. My name is Shadow.
Your brother has already arrived with High Ever's men, but we are still awaiting your father.
He's not coming. He died when our castle was taken.
What do you mean? Duncan, do you know anything about this?
Terran Cousland and his wife are dead, Your Majesty. Arl Howe has shown himself a traitor and overtaken High Ever Castle. Had we not escaped, he would have killed us and told you any story he wished.
I can scarcely believe it. Well, how could he think he could get away with such treachery? As soon as we are done here, I will turn my army north and bring Howe to justice. You have my word.
Thank you, Your Majesty.
No doubt you wish to see your brother. Unfortunately, he and his men are scouting in the wilds.
When will he return?
Not until the battle is over, I fear. Until then, we cannot even send word. I apologize, but there's nothing more I can do. All I can suggest is that you vent your grief against the Darkspawn for the time being.
As long as our Howe pays, I'm happy.
I'm sorry to cut this short, but I should return to my tent. Loghain waits eagerly to bore me with his strategies.
Your uncle sends his greetings and reminds you that Redcliffe forces could be here in less than a week.
Ha! Eamon just wants in on the glory. We've won 3 battles against these monsters, and tomorrow should be no different.
Didn't realize things were going so well.
I'm not even sure this is a true blight. There are plenty of Darkspawn on the field, but alas, we've seen no sign of an archdemon.
Disappointed, Your Majesty?
I'd hoped for a war like in the tales. A king riding with the fabled Grey Wardens against a tainted god. But I suppose this will have to do. I must go before Loghain sends out a search party. Farewell, Grey Wardens.
What the king said is true. They've won several battles against the Darkspawn here.
Yet you don't sound very reasonable.
Despite the victory so far, the Darkspawn horde grows larger with each passing day. By now, they look to outnumber us. I know there is an archdemon behind this, but I cannot ask the king to act solely on my feeling.
What would
Wait
you
for
have him do?
reinforcements. We sent a call out west to the Grey Wardens of Orlais, but it will be many days before they can join us. Our numbers in Ferelden are too few. We must do what we can and look to Teyrn Loghain to make up the difference. To that end, we should proceed with the joining ritual without delay.
A hot meal might be nice first.
I agree. We have until nightfall to begin the ritual. Every recruit must go through a secret ritual we call the Joining in order to become a Grey Warden. The ritual is brief, but some preparation is required. We must begin soon.
Am I the only
No,
recruit you
there
have?
are 2 other recruits here already. They have been waiting for us to arrive.
I need to find
You heard what the
Fargus.
king said. He is scouting in the wilds and beyond contact. Be patient. He will return.
Why is this ritual so
The joining is
secret?
dangerous. I cannot speak more of it except to say that you will learn all in good time. Until then, you must trust that what is done is necessary.
Wonderful. Let's get this
Feel
over
free
with,
to
then.
explore the camp here as you wish. All I ask is that you do not leave it for the time being. There is another Grey Warden in the camp by the name of Alistair. When you're ready, seek him out and tell him it's time to summon the other recruits. Your hound can stay with me while I attend to some business. The Grey Warden tent is on the other side of this bridge. You will find us there should you need to.
Alright, this is where I'm probably going to stop the streaming tonight. This is part 1. I'll be doing part 2 tomorrow night.